So I just saw the video of the UNIZIK students and the lecturer saga, and I realized that she's been expelled. Okay? You might not agree with what I'm about to say, but I want you to keep an open mind and listen to the end. Okay? What I'm about to say might not help this situation, but I hope that it helps future situations. The first thing I want you guys to understand is that we do not need more of our youths on the streets without a purpose. So whenever situations like this arise, what we have to think about is that, okay, how can we discipline this student without destroying this student's life? What you don't know is that hurt people hurts people. When you hurt somebody, that hurt person will hurt another person, and the chain continues. So we do not need more hurt people in our society. We do not need more damaged people in our society. What you want to think about is that, how can we discipline this person without destroying this person's life? There's so many ways to it. You can suspend this person. You can fine the parents heavily. Okay? You can compensate the lecturer. You can make this girl serve the school, give her work to do without pay while she's still attending classes. Find ways to discipline her students without destroying their lives. We don't need more hurt people on our streets. Do you see how our society and our social media spaces can be toxic? That's because we have too many hurt people. Do you wonder why some lecturers will say, oh, A is for God, B is for me? You guys can struggle for the rest of the grades. That's because they've been hurt one way or the other. We don't need more hurt people in our society. When you think about a way to discipline a child, think about ways to discipline that child without destroying the child's life. My mom would always say something. She would say, Ori bibe kon yo gun ri fifo. Ori bibe kon yo gun ri fifo. Which means you don't cut off a head because you have a headache. Okay? Think of other ways that you can discipline these children without destroying their lives. In your investigation, find out, has she done this before? Is it a pattern? If it is a pattern, then you know that there are other things that we need to do to make sure that she is a better person in the society. Talk to her often. Find out the reason for that behavior in her. Did she get it from her parents? I see a lot of people applauding the university for expelling the child. But I want you to know that expelling a child should not be the first thing that comes to your mind when a student has erred. I am not saying what she has done is right. Never. I am saying if you want a better society, if you want a working country, we need to start thinking about every other child, not just her child. You might say that you're doing a good job raising your own child. You also have to consider other children. If that girl is unable to get back into a university and she becomes a dropout and she's unable to secure a good job, she can have a miserable life. She can end up on the streets. That single act will not affect that child only. It's going to affect other children because all of these children will contribute to the adult population of your society. So think about it. Expulsion is not always the solution. Cheers.